Welcome back. I'm Michael Bull, and this is the Commercial Real Estate Show. Today we're talking about crowdfunding. Please welcome my next guest. It's Jack Miller. He's co-founder of QuickLiquidity, and he's joining us on Skype. Jack, thanks for being with us.
Michael, it's my pleasure. I couldn't think of any place I'd rather be than right now than with you and your audience.
Well, thank you. And Jack, one of the issues with commercial real estate investing, and whether you're an investor as a sponsor or an investor in crowdfunding, is that it's not liquid, right? You're investing in this real estate, and that money may be tied up for many, many years. And if you're an investor in a crowdfunding deal, you might not have any say in that at all. What are you guys doing to rectify that issue?
Michael, we recognize that real estate is really, I think, the best investment in the world. But one of the downsides is you're right, is the illiquidity of it. And things happen in life where you need your money. We've come up with, and we're one of the few buyers, I think one of the only buyers who will buy minority interests in stabilized real estate, either from an LP or a GP. So we've really been able to create liquidity that's not in the marketplace now.
And so how does that work? So if I'm an investor and I invested online in a deal, maybe I put in $25,000, let's say, and now I need money to help my daughter go to college, or I found an investment that I like that I want to get into privately. How do I create liquidity with that?
You call us, you go to our website, we'll take a look at the real estate investment, just like you would look at and evaluate any real estate investment. We also look at the general partner, the partnership agreement, the operating agreement, some of the history, and we make them an offer. Just like any other property or any other real estate on the open market, except this is a little bit more complicated because it's a secondary market transaction. But we do the due diligence and we make the folks an offer on what we think the value is of it.
Okay, and I guess there could be some situations where maybe my partnership interest is worth more than I paid for it, but typically I would think that if I'm going to have to discount my interest to create liquidity. What do you see in the real world?
In the real world, we're seeing deals that people invested in 10, 20, some of them 25 years ago that they've gotten all of their money out of. So a lot of times when we see the deals, they're seasoned. So what we're giving them, they've already recouped their investment. So what we're giving them is really, I don't want to say a bonus, but it's not, they're not losing on it. They're just selling at it at sometimes a small discount to the market just to be able to achieve that liquidity.
Okay.
Of course, if someone just invested in a deal, it may be different. But the average deal we're seeing is fairly seasoned, what we call seasoned.
Okay. So if I'm an investor, Jack, and I'm looking at different crowdfunding portals, how do I know which crowdfunding deal that I go into or which portal I use might let me sell my interest like this to you?
You have to ask, I don't know if it's portal by portal basis or if it's the sponsors, but one of the things we look at and one of the things investors should look at is in the operating agreement, it would say if they can transfer their interest or if it requires the general partner's consent to do it. So they need to do their due diligence in the partnership agreement and just not sign away, because that's critical.
Right, and you would think that if you're a sponsor or a platform, that you'd want to have as flexible as possible as you can the ability for limited partner investing online in your deal to create liquidity through a company like yours, because that's one of the problems of investing in real estate, or perceived problems, right, is the lack of liquidity.
Yeah, we really see a mixed bag. Some of them open it and really welcome us because we're very passive investors. We buy it, we write the check, and we sit back and shut up. But on the same token, there are some sponsors out there who want to buy it themselves. So what they'll do is they'll make it restrictive for the investor in the hopes that the only person they can sell it back to is the GP at a substantial discount. If they're captive, if they're the only buyer, they really call the market, where we provide really a true arm's length valuation of it.
If you could give one tip to investors investing in crowdfunding, what would it be?
It's real estate is a great investment, but it's a long-term investment. Don't think you're going to get rich quick. I use Warren Buffett's line, get rich slow, and be prepared for that. And look at the documents. Read very carefully. See what the GP is charging. Make sure they have some skin in the game. Don't just write checks blindly. I see a lot of these crowdfunding sites, and a lot of them are good, but the ones that draw the most investment, the ones who have the highest yields, those yields are just projected yields and have really nothing to do with what the reality will be. So just proceed with caution like any other investment.
Right. So our listeners and viewers are already calling you. Look at that. They're already burning up your phone.
I apologize. My phone's in the background. I should have put it on mute.
What is your website?
QuickLiquidity.com.
All right. Well, Jack, thanks for joining us on the show today. We appreciate you being with us.
Mike, thanks, and keep up the good work. You're doing a great service to real estate investors every day of the week, and we appreciate it.
Well, great. Thank you, Jack. And
take care.
Stay tuned. We're going to have more on crowdfunding. You know, this is a great topic, crowdfunding, because for our show listeners, what a better way if you're investing in commercial real estate to know what's going on, the forecast, the trends, and great strategies. Stay with us. I'm Michael Bull. This is the Commercial Real Estate Show. We'll be right back. The Commercial Real Estate Show is brought to you by Bull Realty, Asset and Occupancy Solutions, Xceligent, building data everywhere, Valuate, easily share what-if analysis with colleagues online, and First Service Solutions, your CMBS borrower advocate. For more information on how these businesses may be of service to you, visit creshow.com.